Hello and welcome, Rangers. I'm Joe, here with me is my co-host Dan.
Hello and greetings.
And it's been a while, a very hot minute since we did our last Power Rangers video. So here we are. Last time, we mostly analyzed the encounter between Ivan and the Rangers. And, we'll get into a bit of the pre-morph fight. So this part of the story, we get, of course, Tommy, who tells the others, after I think it's Billy who notes down, there's plenty of room down there. You guys go on ahead. And this is where we see that Tommy is a leader who will not give an order he is not prepared to do himself. And so he stays up there, fights on, while his comrades jump to safety, and then he joins them. And it's really a great scene. Like, he holds his own for like a few seconds before he joins the other Rangers. And the thing is, Tommy decides, okay, the enemy outnumbers them by an enormous degree, so have the Rangers spread out. Against putties, this tactic would work.
And I think since they're pretty much the flunkies, they are going in with the mentality, these are like putties.
But at the same time, strategically, if you think about it, do you want to be surrounded?
No.
Yeah, you won't have freedom to move and maneuver.
And putties have caught Rangers off guard
by surrounding
in sheer numbers.
That's why Tommy's got to separate them all. And he's got a lot of trust in his team, because of course he does. And his team knows not to let themselves get caught up, like all in bunched up together. And they also all need elbow room to move, so to speak. They need space. Because a lot of these guys, like Tommy, always starts with that high jump kick. And Kimberly is someone who likes to use her surroundings. Her and Adam love to do that. Billy honestly needs a lot of elbow room. He's really large. Like, I'm not saying fat. I just mean like he's wide. He's got a wider build. Him and Rocky have very wide builds. They need space.
And Rocky does have a bit of a flashy fighting style.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Same with Tommy. So, like, Rocky and Tommy and Billy all need elbow room. Aisha does not work well in confined spaces either. So, this entire team is not built for fighting in a small area. Like, it's different if it was, let's say, Trini and Zach there. Like, those two fight, like, they're built for that. Their styles aren't, like, wide and flat. Well, Zach's is flashy, but they're, like, I've noticed they work well in confined spaces. These guys don't. Arguably, I'd say the second team's the best, but the thing is, there's a thing about space. So they spread out, and of course, Adam immediately goes for the bucket and the door. And we gotta crack the joke. Adam kicked the bucket hit the flunky, he tries the door. Like, honestly, what I find interesting is how Adam tries the bucket, and immediately seems to realize, tries the door, and proceeds to start getting his butt whooped. But you kind of see, like, the flash in his eyes, like, oh shoot, these guys are not putties. Rocky and Billy and Aisha all try their flashy stuff, trying to, out muscle and whatnot. I kind of get the feeling they're semi-lured into a trap. Even Billy, in a way. Kimberly, she mostly tries to maneuver. Aisha, is caught and is swung around. And she struggles quite a bit. Well, like, she's, 4'11"? Of course she's going to struggle. She might be an enhanced human, still going to struggle. Tommy is soon chucked flying back, which the fact that they could do that to Tommy is kind of scary, because unmorphed, he's still fierce. So the entire team doesn't maneuver well, unmorphed. And it really speaks to what the creators were trying to do. They were trying to up the ante, and they succeed. So we've got here this team that's really good, but that soon end up realizing, oh yeah, we're screwed.
These putties, each one is as strong as a big monster boss.
Yeah, they're probably all around the Goldar level. I'd probably rank them a little around that level. They're at the Goldar level, and the Rangers are not yet morphed. But kudos to the Rangers. They just get a few bumps and bruises before they realize you can't fight these guys unmorphed. They were saving the morphers for when they were up against Ivan. This is pretty sound strategic thinking. The problem is Ivan is not just some boss like Goldar or something, or I don't know, Scorpina, that you can save up the morph for. Ivan is far more powerful than even Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa. So saving the morph it makes sense, but his flunkies are no less powered up in some ways. What I mean is, just as he's stronger than Zed, his flunkies are stronger than Zed's flunkies. So it's one of those really interesting situations. And of course, we then get the really good morphing scene. It's probably the best morphing scene there's ever been in the franchise. At least in my opinion, I think this is the best morphing scene. They really did go all out here. And I think this is a morphing scene that does not get enough credit. It's one that really shines, in my opinion, because they just make the suits look great, and it doesn't look like those from the TV series. They look like freaking power armor.
And Saban missed an opportunity
To upgrade.
Yes, this was Fox that did this movie, but Saban could have had a lot more liberal control over stories and over the series using this armor set.
Mm-hmm. But, of course, how do I word it? They can't help but fumble it. And fumble in grand style they did. With a passion, because they should have upgraded and they didn't. But, what you gonna do? So that's part 1 of the fight against the flunkies. Part 2 will be up in a few days. So until then, we'll just say we've got a new book out, Caladbolg. It's an Irish fantasy novel, partially inspired by King Arthur as well. Also, our newsletter is almost at 2,000 subscribers. So if you like our videos and you like fantasy and horror and science fiction and whatnot, you can check it out. We'd really appreciate that. And you know what, guys? We're willing to offer any Ranger fans a free comp. That is to say, you get a year's paid subscription. You don't pay, we'll kind of, do the mom and pop shops thing and just say it's all in the house. So, yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day and happy Easter, everyone. And remember, Rangers, may the power protect you.